Welcome back to another episode of Projecting Grandeur. I am your host, Ron Dichter. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our community. I appreciate everybody that has shared this out. It means a lot. Today I want to take us back to childhood and really talk about, when we were a kid, how we thought about things instead of what was hard or impossible, but we thought about what opportunity and what was possible and the infinite things we thought we could accomplish in our life. And, growing up in Alaska, I was a ski racer, but I didn't get started until much later than most people start. I actually didn't do my first ski race until my freshman year of high school. And at that point, most of the people that I was racing against had been racing for, 5, 6, sometimes even 10 years. And so I was much later than obviously everybody else who had started in this sport. But I had just always had visions of myself, flying down the mountain and competing on a, really, ultra competitive level. But I never actually took that opportunity. And there was nothing inside of me when I was in 8th grade and I said, you know what, 9th grade is when I'm going to start ski racing. There's nothing inside of me that said, you can't do this, you're too late, you're too old, you can't be competitive, these kids have been doing it for years, and who are you to think you can come do it? Like, none of that entered my mind. I just closed my eyes and I envisioned what it would look like and what it would feel like to fly down the mountain and get on a podium and receive a medal. That's all I was thinking about. And there wasn't any sort of doubt, any sort of disbelief, any sort of, questioning, could this become my reality? It was, of course it could become my reality. I just have to put in the work, put in the time, and I'll surpass these people who have been doing this for a long time because I will outwork them, I will out hustle them, I will become better. And my freshman year of high school came, and I was not good. I was arguably bad, but I kept putting myself out there, and then a year and a half later I made it to my first Junior Olympics, which was really exciting. And don't get me wrong, I was never going to be the Olympian that some of the people that I had ski raced against were, but I was still good. And considering I didn't do my first ski race until my freshman year of high school, I was really dang proud of the strides that I had taken compared to these people who had been doing it for 5+ years before me. And so the reason I bring this up, though, is if you think about the feeling you get as a child, that belief that you can do anything. You want to be a pop star and you grab your comb or brush and you start singing into it in the bathroom and you visualize yourself on that stage. Or whether you believe you can be an astronaut and you pretend you're in a spaceship, which is really nothing more than a cardboard box, but you visualize what that could be like. Like the world was your oyster. You could do anything. You believed in your heart. Anything is possible. Anything you want to do can be accomplished. And somewhere along the lines as an adult, we get jaded. And some would argue, no, we get realistic, but I don't know if I buy into that. Because I believe that the mind is the most powerful tool we have. And if you put your mind to something, I believe you can accomplish anything. And so as I think about my own life and I hearken back to my youth and anything was possible, it's a reminder to me that don't set limitations on what you can do. Don't set caps on what you're capable of doing. Remember back when you were a kid and you lived in this imaginary world, which I think somewhere in school people referred to us as dreamers, living up in the clouds. But they said that because they didn't accomplish what they wanted to in life. They gave up. And so therefore they believe that that is just the reality for all of us. And that is not the case. Just because somebody somewhere in life told us that we are a dreamer and we need to come down from the clouds and start living in the reality, whose reality? Their reality? Because they didn't do what they wanted to do, and so now they're trying to tell you that this is life? I don't buy it. I don't think that's how things go. And for anyone out there that's trying to do some amazing things, but someone is telling you can't, you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you're too old, like that's their guards, that's their parameters about what is and isn't capable, not yours. So as you start thinking about this next chapter of your life, whether you're leaving a career and starting a new one, maybe you're embarking on a business idea that you've been dying to do but you just finally got the confidence to do it, or maybe you're sitting there and you're not sure what you want to do, just remember back to when anything was possible. And when you were a kid and you knew that if you worked and you put in the effort, you could achieve anything, no matter how grand it is. And remember that feeling, because that's the feeling that you should have going into everyday life. Don't let people bring you down. Don't let people tell you what you're capable of doing. Visualize what you want to be, put in the work it takes to get there, and go be who you were meant to be. Thanks for tuning in today. I hope you have a great day. Keep reaching for the stars, projecting that grandeur. Good things will come. Take care.